for today. Um, okay, looks like I'm just now on. Uh, Good afternoon. This is Adam Benner uh, with a severe weather uh, alert. We have a severe weather outbreak that's on tap for today. And what I have pulled up right now is the current uh, outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. Um, and what we have here is a moderate risk for portions of far southeastern Arkansas, far northeastern Louisiana, a large chunk of Mississippi, Alabama, and eastern Georgia. And then we have an enhanced risk that goes all the way up through, uh, well, as far west as southeastern Oklahoma, north eastern Texas, the southern half of Arkansas, um, the northern half of Louisiana, all the way up through Tennessee, most of Georgia, and even parts of South Carolina. And then the slight risk goes all the way up into southern Ohio, um, and then a marginal risk all the way up into central Ohio and in the Northeast. So, regardless of whether you are in a moderate risk, an enhanced risk, or a slight risk, um, you definitely want to be on guard today, particularly in Mississippi and Alabama and even Georgia as well. Pretty much, if you're in the enhanced or moderate risks, you really, really want to pay attention to today. A new outlook should be coming out soon, and there's the potential that this will go high risk. But again, it doesn't matter whether it's high, moderate, or enhanced. Doesn't really matter. Uh, the reality is that this has the potential to be a day that produces large, long track, violent tornadoes, damaging winds in excess of 80 miles an hour, and uh, large hail as well, possibly up to baseball size. So there's the severe weather outlook. Now, if we go, we have two tornado watches, one that's set to expire in the next 20 minutes. So if we go to that one, this one is for far western Louisiana, and there have been some tornadoes that have been produced in this watch. We'll go to the radar here in a second. We did have one tornado warning out right now, and it was set to expire here in about 5 minutes. So that's why I'm looking at the overview first. And then we have a much more serious, particularly dangerous situation, PDS tornado watch for far northeastern Louisiana, far southeastern Arkansas, and a good chunk of Mississippi. Now, with a PDS watch, that means exceptionally significant severe weather is possible. And with this particular watch, you see the probabilities at the bottom of the screen. The probability of tornadoes is high. It's actually at 90%. The probability of two significant tornadoes is also high at 80%. And what I mean by significant tornadoes, that is EF2 to EF5 type tornadoes. So again, long track, violent tornadoes possible, and potentially very likely. It's starting to look that way. Severe wind is very high, um, and then winds above 70 miles an hour is moderate. And the watch does say winds up to 80 miles an hour and also 2-inch diameter hail. So a very serious situation. Um, Real quick, let's go to our tornado safety tips. If you are under a tornado warning, uh, especially with today, um, I don't care if it is a Doppler indicated uh, tornado warning or a confirmed tornado or even a tornado emergency. If you are under a tornado warning today, I want you either in a basement or a shelter. If you can't, if you don't have access to either one of those, at the very least, be in the center hallway or closet or bathroom. Be in the centermost part of your home, away from windows, and take cover. Um, and if please, if you have a mobile home, if you are in a mobile home, get out of it. We have the watch out right now. If you're in Mississippi, do not. Um, if you are in Mississippi and you are in a mobile home, get out of it now. Find a way to uh, have a better means of shelter, whether that is friends, family. Um, Go to a shelter. Now, I know there's concern with this coronavirus going on, um, about that. In my opinion, um, number one, with shelters, they are taking precautions to help protect you against the coronavirus. If you go under a tornado warning today, you cannot be in a mobile home. Mobile homes are death traps when it comes to tornadoes and even very strong winds. Um, so, in my opinion, take your chances on this coronavirus over uh, a tornado, a very large tornado. Okay, so now we've got the safety tips up. Again, I want you in a basement today. I don't want you to be um, uh, above ground if possible. But at the very least, if you're in a well-built home, center hallway or closet or bathroom, mobile home is not an option. If you know somebody who is driving today or you are planning on driving later on this afternoon, I know it's Easter. Um, I want you to take cover. Um, you know, if you are driving, get off the road and lay in a ditch. Other than mobile homes, cars are another area that another death trap when it comes to tornadoes. Cars will most likely be carried in a violent tornado situation. Um, so you definitely want to be prepared. If you go to a basement or a shelter, have a blanket with you, have a helmet with you, um, and maybe pillows as well. And also, this is supposed to go on well through the night. We have a tornado watch. The PDS tornado watch is out until 8 p.m. local time, so Central Time, uh, tonight. And with that, this is going to go on well after dark. So have a way to get warnings, whether that be through a mobile app phone, local news, a weather radio, social media. Have a way to get warnings. Do not rely uh, on outdoor sirens. Those are meant for to be heard outside. You can't always hear them if you are indoors. So don't even rely on that. Have a way to be alerted if you go under a tornado warning today. Okay, so now let's get to the radar. And currently, okay, now we've got a, um, if you see the legend up there, okay, we've got a tornado emergency now. Um, Confirmed tornado was located over Monroe. Okay, so we got a tornado observed. We got a tornado emergency for Monroe, Louisiana. Um, a confirmed large and destructive tornado was over Monroe. So we've got a very large tornado over Monroe. Um, this is radar confirmed. If you look at um, the top of the screen here, uh, you'll see the tornado emergency, the tornado emergency banner right here, with a line through it. These are very, very rare. These do not get issued very often, um, and this is a very serious situation. So tornado emergency for Monroe. If we go to correlation coefficient, okay, there it is right here, this green spot. There is your tornado, and it actually looks like we may have two tornadoes on the ground. If we go to reflectivity, there it is. There's your tornado. So if you were in Swartz, Oak Ridge, Start, um, this is over Sickard right now, particularly Swartz and Oak Ridge right now, and later on Darnell. Take cover right now. If we go to the correlation coefficient, and we're going to back up and, well, okay, we can't. I have a feeling that the debris signature earlier was pretty significant. Again, this is looking very high up. If we go to a different radar site, okay, here's your signature right there. Again, tornado emergency out for Monroe. It's a confirmed tornado on the ground, and a particularly large one too. So this is what we can expect today. It's barely in the afternoon, and we already have our first tornado emergency. And this is within. Let me go back to reflectivity. This is within a line. You see this line here. These are not discrete supercells, which we are expecting later on today. You see this area of pretty much nothing going on in southern Mississippi. That is actually really bad for what could happen later today. The atmosphere is charging up in this area, and the dynamics are actually better over here than it is where the current tornado emergency is. So this is a very serious situation, and you definitely want to take this very, very seriously. If we go, let's go back in here now. Let's let's track this one step at a time. Again, tornado emergency for the city of Monroe. Now, it is past Monroe, but this apparently developed right on top of Monroe. And you see the outline with the black line in the middle of it. That's your tornado emergency, and then you see this other one here that doesn't have the black line. That, if you look at the legend here, that means that this is a normal tornado warning, and but it means that a tornado has been confirmed on the ground. Tornado emergencies usually only come when a large populated area is being threatened by a deadly tornado, and Monroe is a large city in Louisiana, so not surprised that we've got our first tornado emergency of the day. But as of 10 minutes ago, a confirmed tornado was located over Monroe, moving east at 55 miles an hour. This is a tornado warning for Morehouse, Central Morehouse, Northern Richland, and West Carroll parishes in Louisiana. And moving east at 55, that's another aspect of these storms today. They are going to be moving very, very quickly. So you won't have a lot of time to take cover. So when you go under a tornado warning, take cover right away. You do not want to mess with this, and this is a very, very serious situation today. If we go back in, let's zoom out here and just make sure I'm not missing anything else. We got a new severe thunderstorm warning that kind of overlaps the south of the tornado warning, and it's for this portion of the storm right here. Let's look at that really quick. Severe thunderstorm warning for central Richland and northeastern Franklin parishes until 12:30. This is for a storm capable of producing 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail, and it does have a tornado possible signature with it. And this is now moving into the PDS tornado watch, so I'm not surprised to now see a significant, potentially a significant tornado on the ground when it was over Monroe. Again, this is looking high up, but you see this area right in here. This is your rotation. This is going to be moving in the general direction of Oak Ridge. If we go to the correlation coefficient, right over Swartz, this green blob, now this is, you notice that the rotation was up here and the debris signature is back here. This is a little bit behind. You're going to see that a little bit behind, but right there very, very clearly is your debris signature over Swartz, and is likely now somewhere over here just west of Oak Ridge, southwest of Oak Ridge, moving towards Oak Ridge. So Oak Ridge, take cover. Darnell, Pioneer, Epps, all the way up to Forest, anywhere along this area in the tornado warning. And this is coming up to Highway 17 over in this area. It's actually going to be, when it comes into Oak Ridge, it's going to cross between State Route 133 and 137, kind of where the two come together. That's where this is going to be. So again, take cover immediately. Again, still a tornado emergency is in effect, even though the tornado has moved on from Monroe. Tornado is still on the ground. It's been confirmed. A confirmed tornado warning, or I should say, a tornado warning with a confirmed tornado is out now for Oak Ridge, Darnell, Pioneer, Forest, Bastrop. This is going to stay south of you, but you are technically in the tornado warning, so take cover anyway. There are other circulations developing within this line. Epps and Wardner. So all of these areas, take cover now. Um, if we zoom back in, let's look at latest velocity scan right here. So it has moved on past Swartz. This is getting ready to come into the west side of Oak Ridge. So again, Oak Ridge, take cover. And this again is a confirmed tornado on the ground. This is not Doppler indicated. This has been confirmed with damage. And you see with this line, you see this little back end area. This right here is your tornado. With a line, it's harder to see than a classic supercell with a hook. If we go to base velocity, again, right in here, and moving northeast towards Oak Ridge. We should be getting a new scan here pretty soon. So currently, these are the only tornado warnings. So we're gonna stick with this. Again, a tornado emergency is still out for Monroe, and it actually looks like they updated that warning. And as of 4 minutes ago, tornado warning remains in effect until 12:15 Central Time for northern Otechee County, or excuse me, Parish. At 11:54 a.m., a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Swartz, moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. So the wind speed has, or the speed that it is traveling has gone down. So again, a very dangerous situation. There's likely been a lot of damage done in Swartz, and let's see. I think this is Sickard. This was real close to you. Monroe is when it was first reported as being on the ground. Okay, here's your. It's kind of over the two warnings here, but you see this green area. There's your tornado still on the ground. Actually coming very close to Collinston. So Collinston, take cover. You should have been there a long time ago. So between Collinston and Oak Ridge, and if you are near State Route 133, you need to be underground right now. Take cover. And hang on one second. Um, okay. I'm waiting to see if we get any reports. And there it is. There it just popped up. Okay. Um, this was reported by broadcast media. 1 mile northeast of Monroe, at least 20 homes have been damaged in the Sunflower subdivision. So now we are getting confirmed reports of several homes, at least 20 homes being damaged in the Sunflower division uh, in Monroe, in the city of Monroe. So again, this goes to show we have a significant tornado on the ground. Uh, Again, right now it's currently over where the warnings are at. Um, but we have right here this little green area. This is your uh, debris signature. This is going to be very close to Collinston. If we go to velocity, and matter of fact, this has actually gone right over or very close to Collinston, and is based on velocity is just west of State Route 133, and is quickly moving off to the northeast. So Forest, matter of fact, if you are on the south side of Rouge, you need to be in shelter right now. Forest, Pioneer, and along State Route 2, uh, Oak Grove, Forest, Pioneer, Darnell. You need to especially take cover right now from this. And um, let's see. Let's go back to correlation coefficient. Okay, that still has not updated. We should be getting an update on that really soon. This is our only tornado warning, so this makes it very easy to track. But that's going to change later on today. We're gonna have a multiple supercells capable of producing tornadoes like this. And let's let's see. Let's go back. Let's just go back to reflectivity. Again, uh, it looks like actually we may get another circulation develop on the south side of Oak Ridge. And this goes also to show, here's an area, and then right in here is your confirmed tornado. So we have several areas along this line of storms that could produce tornadoes. So again, if you are in Forest, Pioneer, Darnell, Epps, or Warden, you need to be in shelter right now. Whoa. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Let's go back to the rotation. And yeah, we've got one here, one here. So at the very least, two areas. And correlation coefficient near Oak Ridge, I'm not seeing anything at the moment. and that one near Collison, this is going to jump significantly to the east. If the tornado is still on the ground, this green area is most likely going to be past 133 in the next scan, which should be coming out in the next few seconds, probably the next minute actually. So again, this is a very very dangerous day. Several let's see, so there's that one. Okay, here's the latest velocity scan, and it now looks like this is crossing State Route 2, and is going to come very close to the Forest or Oak Grove area. I would expect a new tornado warning to come out for areas east of Bonita, Oak Grove, Terry, Kilburn, Shelburne, Lake Providence, and maybe Eudora for this particular area of rotation that's quickly moving off to the northeast. Let's look at the correlation coefficient again. There's our latest scan, and bit of good news, I don't see a obvious debris signature, so we may have the original tornado may have lifted, but again, you see down here we have a tornado report right over Monroe. Again, 20 homes damaged in the Sunflower subdivision on the northeast side of Monroe. This is so we've had most likely one significant tornado already today, with a long day to go. Let's go to reflectivity. Since I'm not seeing an obvious debris signature at the moment, let's back out and kind of look at this at things. We got more cells along this line to the south. Winnsboro heads up, Vicksburg heads up, Providence, Yazoo City. You need to keep an eye on this. Jackson, Canton, pretty much west of I-55 is going to be dealing with this within the next hour. Now we do have more thunderstorms along the warm front. This is the warm front in northern Mississippi, and there is a chance that some storms could, you see some rotation markers, but they could organize and produce tornadoes with this as well as it moves further off to the north and east. But what this is doing is this is ushering in Gulf of Mexico air. You got very, very unstable air from the Gulf of Mexico rushing in to southern Louisiana and up into Mississippi and even into Alabama as well. And this is where we're concerned for the possibility of long track violent tornadoes with supercells later on today. And if you'll notice too, I'll go back to a different radar site. You see that all of this area in southern Louisiana is wide open as well. So pretty much anywhere south of this line has the potential for some very significant tornadoes, and even north of this line, you see some more storms developing. So we have a wide area that's capable of having tornadoes today. Let's go back to the radar site in Jackson. And every time I click on a new radar site, it kind of backs out, so I apologize for that. We're going to have to zoom in. Okay, near Magham, this feature right here, and this is on the southern end of this line, there's a little hook shape showing up here. If we go to velocity, let me see if there's a better radar site nearby. No, okay. So there's not. There may be some rotation trying to develop there. Wow. Look at this east of Oak Ridge in the tornado warning. This is a very, very strong signature. I'm seeing gate to gate shear. Well, on the one side, it's very strong, upwards of 70 miles an hour, gate to gate shear. If we go to correlation coefficient, not the clearest. I don't see a debris signature, which is good, but this has the potential to tighten up again and drop down another tornado. So Darnell, Epps, Pioneer, you want to be taking cover. Now this is south of the original circulation. Sorry about that. This is south of the original circulation, but this entire line has the potential to produce several tornadoes. We've got another, look at this. Got another hook shape over Dunn. Sorry about that. And then you've got these other cells to the south that are developing as well. So if you're near Dunn, Delhi, Warden, Epps, Darnell, Pioneer, Forest, or Oak Grove, pretty much along State Route 17 in that stretch, you need to be taking cover. And we're going to go back to the correlation coefficient and look at these different areas for possible debris signatures. Again, not seeing anything currently. Go back to reflectivity. We got an update on the tornado warning. It looks like they shaved that down. And as of 8 minutes ago, a confirmed tornado was located southwest of Goodwill, or 13 miles north of Rayville, moving northeast at 55 miles an hour. So 10 minutes ago, we did have that debris signature still. Again, I'm not seeing it currently, but this warning does, it is in effect for a confirmed tornado that was on the ground. And again, if this has lifted, it could produce again. And it's moving into a much better environment for severe weather. And if we, I'm quickly looking at things off screen. I'm looking at the dynamics. And right now in southern Louisiana, things are very primed for some very significant severe weather. and quite possibly very large tornadoes. Um, the parameters today are just off the charts, and I'm very, very concerned that later on we will be dealing with uh, some more significant tornadoes. Um, and again, it appears that we did have a significant tornado. You see that uh, tornado symbol right over Monroe. 20 homes damaged. I'm waiting for more information on what may have happened there, how bad it is. Um, and now the Storm Prediction Center, and I'm not going to be able to put this out, but for the far northeastern corner, I'll basically outline it for you. This area right in here, they are mentioning that the possibility of significant tornadoes is increasing. Um, and just like that, we've got a new tornado warning. You see its color, um, that it is, again, looking up at the legend, a confirmed tornado. So if we go back in, let's look at this, and it says this is out until 1:15 Central Time, so for the next hour. This is for East Carroll Parish, Issaquah County, rather, in West Central Mississippi, and Starkey County in West Central Mississippi. Now, Louisiana has parishes, Mississippi has counties. At 12:16 Central, so 2 minutes ago, tornado-producing storms were located along a line extending from Oak Grove to near Darnell to near Delhi, moving east at 60 miles per hour. And this storm is also capable of producing quarter-sized hail. And this is a confirmed, again, radar-confirmed tornado. This will be near Lake Providence, Transylvania, Shelburne, and Alsatia. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these names. Around 12:30, so within the next 10 minutes. Fittler and Sondheimer around 12:40. So that's in the next 20 minutes. Onward around 12:45. Anguilla and Nydia Yuma around 12:50, and Valley Park around 1 p.m. Other locations are also Mayersville and Cary. So if you're in any of those areas, take cover now. And again, this is moving in the general direction of Yazoo City, and eventually Yazoo City, and then Canton area. It may go north of Canton. This is going to go north of Jackson, but we have other cells beginning to develop now. And real quick, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning southwest of Shreveport. Now this is a supercell. This is a cell by itself that's developed. And this is for a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern DeSoto Parish, southern Caddo Parish, and southern Panola County. So the parishes are in Louisiana, Panola County in northeastern Texas until 1 p.m. and this storm is capable of 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. We'll have to watch this one very carefully, as this is a supercell. The other one is within a line. But if we go back to the tornado warning and look at velocity mode, right now it's very, very hard to tell. Well, it would help if I changed the radar site. Okay, yeah, and it's still hard to tell because it's kind of in between two dead zones. But if I had to guess, right here west of Epps, you've got a circulation. You actually have a circulation near Dunn, even though Dunn is not in the tornado warning. Look at correlation coefficient. I don't see anything in regards to debris at the moment, but again, the National Weather Service is saying this is a confirmed tornado on the ground. So you definitely want to take that very seriously. Let's see. Okay, I'm now getting reports. I was afraid of this. Major damage reported in Monroe. Some reports are that this was 2 large tornadoes that hit. Now, what that may mean is this could have been what's called a multi-vortex tornado, which is several smaller tornadoes within a larger circulation, a larger area of rotation as one large, very large tornado. Let's see. Also getting reports now that there are injuries as well in Monroe. So if you are near Monroe, stay out. Do not go into these areas. We've got major damage and injuries. Gas leaks being reported. Okay, let's look at velocity again. If I had to guess, this would be near Darnell. This is going to be crossing Highway 17 very shortly. And if we go to the correlation coefficient again, again, not seeing really any strong indications of debris. Now, that doesn't mean that there isn't a tornado on the ground. Again, this is looking very high up. Actually, wait a minute. Okay, that's not it. So a